All right, everyone. I want to talk about your kind of homework here. The first is it's kind of a discussion. It's really just kind of practice of what we talked about. Um, so we talked about flowcharts today, and what I want you guys to do is do kind of your own flowchart. Okay, so I want you to pick some sort of interactive experience, like an app or a program, think like Uber app on your phone or Adobe Photoshop or I don't know, using an ATM machine or something where there's like interactivity. It's a digital project, not like a analog project. Okay. And I want you to do a flow chart. Okay. So remember, a flow chart is how do we start? Are there, where does it start? How does it start? How does it end? What are the input output? When is users giving the program information, like hitting a key on the keyboard or hitting a joystick or something like that? What is the program telling the user? Maybe the program is telling them something like put in your password or I don't know, your taxi's coming in 5 minutes or whatever, something like that. What actions are being done? Maybe the program is adding two numbers to each other, or maybe it's painting something a color or something like that. And also, if and are there decision points? Are there things where the program makes a decision in any way? And I want you to draw that out. Okay. And of course, I probably deleted, but it should look something kind of like this. Okay. You can draw it by hand. You can use a program like, Illustrator or Photoshop or Figma. I don't care. You can use any program you want. And I just want you to document it. Okay. So either take a photo of it if it's hand drawn, if it's, you did it in a program like Photoshop, just export it as a JPEG or some sort of simple photo that you can upload to the Canva or to discussions. And I just want you to share it. I just want you to get thinking about flowcharts. Okay. Now, this is not like don't think of this as a graded project. I mean, it is graded, but it's more like, did you do it? Did you not do it? It's kind of check, no check. I'm not really grading, like, are you correct in your assessment? It's really just practice of, thinking about flowcharts and what flowcharts are and how to do flowcharts. To be honest, the only reason I'm grading it is if I didn't grade it, you guys wouldn't do it. But I'm not grading you in the sense of like, is it correct or incorrect? It's more like, did you participate? And I want you to think about this because you are going to write a flowchart for your assignment too. And this is kind of just practicing the concept of flowcharts. Okay. So that's the first thing. You'll post that to the discussion board as a JPEG. The second is this isn't due for about a week or two, but I want you to think about the flow chart for your upcoming project. Okay. You guys are working on a project that's going to be interactive, a web-based one. And I want you to think about the flow chart. So whatever your project is going to be, I don't know, maybe you click and amount, image appears or disappears or changes, from a dog to a cat or something like that. Show me show me the wireframe. What would it look like? What are are there decision points? Are there actions? Adding two numbers, deciding if something is an image or not, whatever. And I want you to make a flow chart. Okay. Once again, it's kind of like, you know, you can use any program. I don't care. It should look generally professional. This is something you would probably put into your pre-production to show a client or a person, a stakeholder. So if you want to draw it by hand, you can, but it has to look good. Okay. It has to look like I should show it to someone and someone goes, that looks professional. Okay. As opposed to that looks like someone scribbled it on a notebook in 2 minutes. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying you have to use a graphic design program, but if you're going to do it by hand, like, your line should be neat and all that kind of, drafting kind of stuff. It's up to you. I don't care. But it should look nice. It should look professional. It should be easy to read. Okay. Um, Yeah, and so this will be due in 2 weeks, which is April 16th. Okay. If you have any questions, just let me know.